So I'm probably going to say this wrong, but this is the Gourd Creek Cave. It goes way back there, and then it goes to the left. Not sure how far back it goes, but we're going to find out today. It is a huge entrance. At one time, this used to be used by the Osage Indians as a shelter and such. And there is a cute little creek that runs out of the cave that we'll be able to see a lot better once we're inside. All right, so I am back to where the light stops basically reaching, to where now it is very, very dark. But of course I brought, you know, a flashlight. I actually brought a couple of them so that we can go back a lot further and see what we can, how far back it goes, and see if we find anything cool. There's some water. There is I guess a spring somewhere way back in here that lets out a fair amount of water, not a tremendous amount, but a decent amount, which will help us well, keep everything cool, I guess. It's definitely very, I don't know, weird and kind of cool looking. Definitely a little narrower here. Can't do a live stream on it because, well, there is no cell service inside of a cave. I know, surprise, surprise. I'm trying to jam something in my pocket here. Get flashlight out a little better. There we go. Use the other part of the flashlight. You see way, way back there, it's still going. Trying to watch where I'm walking too, because everything is wet. There's a lot of big rocks in here. Unfortunately, there is graffiti in here from people of the past who don't have any kind of respect for nature. But man, it is definitely cool in here, you know? I don't mean just like temp-wise, I mean, it is cool in here just to see all the formations and stuff. I'm probably, I dropped one of my other flashlights. I'm probably, I don't know, between a quarter, maybe 3/8 of a mile back in here already. Enough that if I turn off my flashlight, you don't see anything. That's where we came from, and that's where we're going to. But man, there's some really neat, almost looks like concrete. And that's just the limestone being dissolved by the watery minerals over a long, long time, seeping through and then running down and making formations. This is how you get stalactites and stalagmites that eventually grow like that. There's a little water drop there that's depositing stuff onto the rock and dripping all the way down onto down here. So it's actually really, really just cool stuff, I think. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are just like, yeah, whatever, but I think it's pretty cool stuff. there's a cave, a little cabin in there. A little bit of water in it. Trying to keep the camera pointing where you guys can see everything that I'm seeing. A lot of echoes here. Look at that. I think this is the spot I took the pictures of yesterday. It's huge. Let me get up on a higher spot. If I had to describe how big that is, I would say from that side, looks like it goes all the way up to about there. This is probably 35 feet long. Goes from the floor where the water's running there, all the way up in there. And there's water like, I'm trying to watch what I'm stepping to. It goes way up in there. I'm not even sure how far up it goes from there, but it's a long, long way. That up there is like 20, 25 feet from me. But everything in here is wet with minerals dripping off of it. Alright, let's see. Go further, a little water pool. Alright. Try to keep my footing the best I can as well. I do have boots on, of course. More graffiti. That one says Heather. I think it's so sad that people just, you know, come into a natural place like this. They, you know, Osage Indians used to live and do stuff just to do what they want and vandalize things. That looks like it might be an animal bone or a mineral deposit of some sort. I'm not really sure. Really, it's kind of hard to tell, but these are all really neat looking mineral deposits of some sort. I may end up taking a very small sample. That's pretty big up there. I bet it's a big landing. Home just to get it underneath really good light and spec it a lot better. Man, we're still going way back there. It's starting to get a little bit narrower. But there is some openings here, and now I'm getting dripped on by some minerals. Minerals on the ground, big pieces of rock that almost look like the end of a bone of some, like a dinosaur, but I know it's not. I'm trying to look at the water too, because you never know where you may see something like a cave frog or something, creature that just lives in a specific cave and that's its only environment. That's very, very white mineral there. Pretty neat looking, but there's another big mineral deposit. For anybody who wonders, no, I haven't seen any bats, snakes, or spiders as of yet. Just some little flying insects like gnats and birds near the entrance that roost in here that call the cave their home. Another one that goes way up there. I'll have to come in here and get a better angle. Oh yeah, that thing goes way up in there, and way up in that gap. It goes on for a long, long way. Ooh, even like up there, that gap goes a long, long way. Now I did read online that somewhere, when you get back far enough, that there is you can see daylight basically, like there's a small hole that lets some of the water in and some puts light in. But when I understand it, it's not accessible by person because the hole's too small and the drop's too big. I'm trying to see that thing. I'm losing my balance. That thing goes on, it looks like forever way up in there. That spot right there, that little U shape that's kind of a different color gray, right in the center of the flashlight, that's probably, oh, that ain't 40 feet up there. I would be absolutely surprised. I'm trying to see if I can get up on there a little bit and get a better view. Just how far up that goes. And this is a big crevice here. We were way back there. It is a lot of water dripping down here. Getting everything wet, including myself. Ooh. There's a big, call it hole. It's full of water. Lots of mineral deposits here. Oh yeah, that thing is, let me make sure I got my balance good because looking up that far, I don't want it to throw me off, but that gouge is huge. And it goes up there. The camera is very deceptive because where that piece is there that we were looking at down below, to up there is probably another 30 or so feet. If that's got to be 75 or 80 feet up there. There's another hole over here. That thing is absolutely huge, and there's so much water dripping down. I'm sure we're a few, you see how wet everything is. It's all glossy and shiny. And it's just dripping water everywhere. Now I gotta see if I can get down without falling that far down wet, slippery rock. Of course, flashlight one hand, camera in the other. I don't know how much further we can go without me having to crawl, which is something I definitely can't really do. Because I didn't bring anything to crawl on jagged rocks with. And I'm sure that would feel great on my feet. But I'm definitely seeing signs of people being back here before with like a footprint there in the mud. I know lots of cave explorers and such have been way back here many times, getting artifacts and stuff. Looks like there might be another little pool right there of water. I'm also trying to watch the water where I'm stepping so that if there is, you know, like a cave frog or some kind of unique cave fish, I don't step on it. Because I hate to ruin their day because I didn't pay attention to something, you know? There is a body of water right there. And I see, looks like, look, there are cave frogs right there. I'm gonna try and get closer and get a good view of them without really disturbing them too much. I might have to lay down. They're probably blind because they live in a cave. They probably can't see the light anyhow. Ooh, I'm gonna have to squat down. Yeah, there are cave frogs. There's a lot of them right there. Look at them all. I don't see any reflection from their eyes. But there are frogs in here. I don't know about you guys, but I think that is freaking cool. Another one over there. They're all over the walls in here. Trying to get into a position. I don't want to disturb them either. Any more than my flashlight already is, but yeah, there's a bunch of them. That's really, really cool, I think. Oh, that one jumped in. Some more on the rock over there. But man, there's got to be... Let me see if I can hold my flashlight. Oh, dang it. I hit the button, turned it off. There we go. Let's see if I can hold the flashlight and my phone in the same hand. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right on that rock right there. But there's a bunch over there. There's another one there. More up there. I don't see any fish in the water. He's not swimming around. Oh, there's another little... There's one right there. Now, I don't know anything about the species of these or anything like that, but I just thought it was really, really cool. We might be able to get over on that side. Let me get in a better position here. I don't know, it just jumped off. Of course, I'm kneeling down in muddy ground here. There's more water. I heard some more of them jump. Let me put my camera back to normal view. It's zoomed in. Trying to make sure, like I said, that I'm not stepping on any creatures here on the ground. I'm also trying not to smash my head in it. There's probably 4-foot ceiling over here. I'm hunched over pretty good. There's more frogs over here. I said I'm not trying to disturb them too much. There's one right there. Whoop. One there. Make it like a game, spot the frog, you know? Some more there. Try to walk really slowly. Just I had my camera zoomed in. So I'm really not as close as it looks. That way you guys can try to get a good view of the frogs. Like I said, I think it's really neat. Cave frogs. And there's that puddle right there. Oop. That one jumped in. They're definitely aquatic. Oh, I just found another spot where it goes up. I can stand up and stuff in the back here in a minute. And that's the other side. It's like a little pass through here. That water is so clear because that's dry ground or moist ground, and that's already water. That's all water. You see the shimmering effect. That water is so clear. Oh, there's another frog. I'm not being disturbed by anything for so long. That is so cool. And there's that spot I said I think I can stand up in right here. I'm gonna come over here, stand up for a minute and give my back a break. Because I don't know how much further we can go in here. Get myself squished. I mean, maybe it goes back, definitely goes back way further there still, but I'm not gonna. All right, I'm inside this opening here. Rock all around me. Let's see how high it goes. Not super high, or maybe. Looks like it goes up there. Don't help, I'm zoomed in still. There we go. Goes up in that crevice still pretty darn good. Which goes on this side as well. Oh, but at least I can stand up. So right now, my phone's about chest level, and that's roof right there. Yeah. Definitely cool. I'm not going to try and go back any further. It's probably 12 or 15 minutes. And I walk pretty quick even through this kind of stuff to get back here. So I'm going to end off right here.